Hello there, it is Tuesday, which means, of course, it's time for another In Real Life video. This week, we are once again taking a general viewer submitted question, and this week, I've actually recorded this one just after the most recent one. Getting to be that busy time of year, figure I'm gonna be busy here, so trying to get it done ahead of time. You'll have to forgive me. Anyway, for the time being, this week's question comes in from a general viewer whose username should be somewhere in the lower third right about now, and they say and ask, when you're playing games, you jump into voicing the NPCs during conversation, in essence Fallout 1. Is this all scripted in pre-recorded, or do you do it on the fly? Do you have any ideas or tips on providing voiceovers for Let's Players wishing to attempt this? An interesting question, and one that I've gotten several times. I'm always surprised and honestly flattered that people think that they are scripted, that anything that I do in a playthrough is scripted. I'm incredibly flattered by that. But no, it's all done completely on the fly. The only times where something is even vaguely in the notion of being scripted is if I've obviously applied like different voiceover modulation, I should say. So like there were a few times in the Skyrim playthrough where I did the like Daedra voice, you know, where you have that weird and wild one, because I can't do it on my own because I think you have to like layer your own audio or whatever. You know the one I'm talking about, the sort of like iconic Oblivion Daedra voice I did in Skyrim a couple times. You know where they're like screaming like, "Oh, Baron Wide," you know, like that. Really, really funny, really wild. But you can't do it just openly, right? I don't think the human body is capable of doing it. You need some sort of like voice modulation to sound that type of demonic, I guess. Also, obviously, at the start of the more recent Fallout playthroughs, or I guess every Fallout playthrough, it has been, I've had to like, well, no, not in New Vegas, I didn't have to modulate. The New Vegas ones are the exception to the rule, where I did actually script those out because I had to get little B-roll footage for those, for the original New Vegas playthrough. We'll eventually do another one. But for Fallout 1, 2, and 3, and going forward with the others, the little opening, like, when we had last left, whatever the character's title is, that is all entirely off the cuff. And that is also, of course, I have to run that through voice modulation, right? To make it sound, get the old-timey radio sound. I still have to talk kind of like this, though, kind of like David Lynch. I still kind of have to do like a ridiculous old-timey radio voice and really lean into it there. But also, of course, I'm sort of like running through the voice modulation to try and make it sound as if it's coming out of an older device, out of an old radio or microphone or whatever. All that, however, completely unscripted. Like I said, the only instance of like any major like scripting is, well, of course, like the little skits that we used to do for the Morrowind Annual, and the openings to the Fallout New Vegas videos, right? Wherein I tried that, but it just took too long. And that's a huge reason why I don't do it for any current videos and stuff, is because it just takes a long time. Because you have to script them out, right? You have to make it fit within a certain time period. You have to make it fit within like different beats of the music, right? If you go on for too long over the music or whatever, you kind of have to wrap things up or go quick enough, right? Especially for the openings, because compared to like what we do for, I don't know, for Fallout 3 or whatever, that was significantly shorter. So you had to dedicate like a sentence or whatever, and it had to be only so many syllables, right? Otherwise, you're in danger of going overboard. What else? Sorry, apologies. The love dog is over there snoring super loud. I don't know if that got picked up. But yeah, a lot of it is just time concerns, sort of making that much at that pace. Sure, you could do that many videos with it being scripted and whatnot, but it would take so much time, and you would thus be able to not get out those videos as quickly, right? It's sort of a trade-off, right? If you do want to do it more scripted, right, you will have to just naturally take longer, right? And hopefully that sort of pays off in viewership, right? That's sort of that's the natural given take of it all, right? If you don't get that, then consider dialing things back for a bit, or taking the heat and taking the hit and hoping that in the future it will pick up, right, to where it ought to be. But yeah, for myself, it's not scripted whatsoever. It's like stupid improv. I would say, let me bring back up the question, get refreshed on it. Oh yeah, do you have any ideas or tips on providing voiceovers for anyone else wanting to do it? Gosh, I would say just practice making stupid voices, right? You have to be, like, if you're going to do it improv, and probably even if you're not, you have to, okay, this is how I do it, I guess. I'll explain. I just kind of accept that it's going to be stupid, right? If it ends up being cool, great. But first and foremost, my expectation and my hope really is that to the viewer, they kind of take it kind of like not super serious, kind of take it a little bit lighthearted. Like, first and foremost, this is going to be a little silly, right? This is going to be a little dumb, and we're here for that, right? I'm here doing it. Hopefully you're here to enjoy it. That's sort of the hope there. Not everybody's going to be into it. Even if someone is normally into it, maybe they're not into your brand of it. But that's true of all sort of making anything, not just on YouTube. That's the truth of making anything ever. But that's sort of the end all be all of it. Just practice it when you can, I guess. For me, originally, I sort of got started doing it just like in the shower, right? Or if I'm just like around the house doing chores, sometimes I'll just break out the little dark elf gravel or whatever, something like that. I'll break that out as I'm like ironing clothes, and I'll just like mutter something to myself. I'll be like, "How's that sound? How is that?" And sometimes my partner will overhear me and say like, "Did you just say something?" And I'll just say, "No, I didn't say anything." I'll just play it off. Basically, I'm losing my mind, right? I'm losing my mind is what I'm saying. That's what you need. That's how you get good at this. You just need to lose your mind. That's it. Easy. No problem there. Otherwise, like I said, I don't know. You just have to be willing to be incredibly embarrassing and a complete idiot, right? Like I said, that's also kind of at the core of a lot of work, right? Probably creative or otherwise, certainly making a video. You have to be prepared to like, yeah, I guess I'm just going to be stupid. I'm just going to be an idiot. That's at least my approach. I don't know. Maybe some people go in a thing like, yeah, of course I'm nailing it. I'm nailing it. Right. But that usually comes after. And if it comes there at all, it is done a little bit tongue in cheek, right? Even when you're doing something super duper serious or something like of a graver matter, right? Certainly I've done like, I've read a bunch of stuff that's a little bit more heavy, like in more recent memory in Morrowind, with the sort of like gravelly dark elf voice. And I don't know, I think it's mostly hit, right? I don't know. I don't necessarily have the whole answer, right? Sometimes I've even thought like, maybe I should stop doing this. Maybe this is too stupid, right? Maybe I should stop, right? And I don't know. Maybe I'll stop if it stops being fun for me, right? That's probably the end all be all. Or maybe if like a bunch of people like write in and they're like, God, I got to stop watching this guy. He sucks too much, right? I'm like, well, shoot, I guess I'm going to be bankrupt or something if I don't stop doing a stupid voice. I better stop, right? I don't know. I guess that's kind of my position on it. Sorry. Like I said, I don't have a great answer. Just practice it when you can. Like I said, I got it started in the shower, and then I just kind of do it around the house whenever. And like I said, it doesn't have to be for everybody, right? Like if you feel uncomfortable doing it, right? If you can't arrive at the point where it's like, yeah, I'm going to be a little stupid. I'm going to be a little idiotic here making this video. I'm going to be a doofus, right? If you don't have the bravery to do that, then maybe you just don't worry about it, right? Attack it from another vector, right? Take it from your own angle. You probably know better than I do. Shoot. this is sort of my way of doing it, is just sort of leaning into being a fool, being a damn fool. And I kind of love it. I kind of love it in a way, right? I kind of love partway through reading something or whatever, just like it, I don't know, it just occurs to me like, this is so stupid. I can't help but laugh at my own stupidity in the moment, right? It's amazing. It's great. Don't take yourself too seriously. That's my sort of way of going about it. Like I said, that's probably just one of many approaches that are viable. And, depending on the type of person you are, maybe you have it to where different ways are going to function better for you. But as I said, that's about best I can do, is the way in which I do it. That'll do it, right? I think that's all. Once again, thank you. I'm extremely flattered every time someone will say, like, is this scripted? Do you just do this off the cuff? Yeah. If I put out videos the rate at which I do for these playthroughs that are of this length, it would be impossible to script them, right? The logistics of that would be ridiculous. Even if I had a team of people having to sit down for like an hour roughly per video and have it be scripted, oh my God, that would be wild. That would be unbelievable. But yeah, that's all there is to it. It's difficult. Like I said, if you're going down the route that I have, just acknowledge, like, yeah, I'm going to be a bit dumb. I'm going to be a bit stupid. I'm going to make an ass of myself, and I'm going to love every second of it. Right? I guess that's the thought process behind this entire YouTube channel, honestly. I don't know. All right. That ought to do it. Till next time, please take care of each other.